All right, well, welcome to this special episode of Theologians in Cars Getting Tea. No, actually, this is Theology, and I'm filming it on the road. Don't worry, I'm clearly not driving. My wife is driving, and so anyway, thought it'd be a little bit of a change of pace for us to do this. I've got my tea here and my copy of the Confession. It's also probably not the greatest thing to do, as I do have motion sickness. But anyway, you know what? It seemed funny enough, so let's try it. I'm getting a little bit out of frame here, but that's okay. So we're on Of Providence, chapter 5 of the Confession, and now we're on to section 5, and we'll read and do our normal thing of commenting here as my little rig here falls over, but that's fine. So section 5. The most wise, righteous, and gracious God does oftentimes leave for a season his own children to manifest temptation and the corruption of their own hearts, to chasten them for their former sins, or discover unto them the hidden strength of corruption and deceitfulness of their hearts, that they may be humbled, and to raise them to a more close and constant dependence for their support unto himself, and to make them more watchful against all future occasions of sin, and for sundry other just and holy ends. All right, so the Confession is very pastoral. It's attempting to, again, deal with 2 points that we know to be true from the Scriptures and from our own life. The first is God is loving and wise and caring. The second is Christians, believers, they suffer. It speaks of first about believers who are suffering, being chastened or chastised as children being disciplined. And the examples they give are Hezekiah and David, who are both disciplined in order that they might grow in godliness, be rebuked for their sin. We all experience that. We have times of where we've been disobedient, and the Lord chastens us as a loving Father. The second one that it ends on here, and for sundry other just and holy ends, the example they give is the Apostle Paul, who has the thorn in his flesh. And so in this case, Paul's not sinning. He's not sinning, but the Lord is testing him, bringing him through this trial where, to the end of making Paul more humble, more thankful, and more reliant upon Jesus, which is what Paul says at the end in 2 Corinthians. My grace is sufficient, the Lord teaches him. And again, we've all been through times of trial and testing, and the Lord uses those times to strengthen and deepen our faith. So again, the Confession is trying to be very pastoral as well as theological in dealing with the providence of God, that God directs all things to their good end. And that includes the life of believers, whether they're being disciplined appropriately or whether they're being tested in order to deepen their faith. I think both of those, we can all point to times in our life when the Lord has done both of those. And even now during this coronavirus, we can think of the ways in which the Lord is testing and deepening our faith and our trust in Him. So, thanks for coming along with me on this ride through the countryside of Gloucester. And, stay safe and enjoy your cup of tea. And thanks for tuning in.